Hello everybody, and good morning from Sarawak, from Borneo. It's almost 9:53 a.m. here on 29 June 2026 on Monday. Yes, we are actually 8 hours ahead of Universal Time Coordinate, UTC. We are UTC plus 8 hours here, so that's why I said it's 29 June 2026. And yeah, for this mission, that just to be a little bit of specific, I think maybe before we are going to watch the launch of the SpaceX's Falcon 9 Block 5 rocket, which will carrying the SiriusXM's X, SS SXM-11. Yeah, I don't know, it can be a little bit tricky here but for me to pronounce, but bear with me. I tried my best here. Okay, SiriusXM's SXM-11. This one is the radio satellite mission here, and which will be placed into the first initially to the geostationary transfer orbit, which is where the Falcon 9 will be carrying to the extent the target altitude for this launch. From what I can gather the information, it will be around 35,786 by 183 kilometers, or in imperial system it will be around 22,236.31 miles by 113.72 miles. So that's going to be it. It's going to be inserted around that area before eventually it will fully insert itself to the circular orbit altitude of the highest apogee point. Yeah, the highest point of the altitude, the apogee altitude, 35,786.11 kilometers, similar around that similar of the highest altitude point, or around 22,236.5 miles, something like that. Yeah, where it's going to fully insert itself to the geostationary Earth orbit using its own thruster, and then finally commissioning, and then finally it can goes to the space, something like that. Yeah, and probably to some of you might know, this is obviously a radio satellite, but I don't think I really want to waste too much time, so I rather let's us go to the live, shall we? So hello everybody, and good morning. I'm Dennis Suguwa, your host today for these launches, and just like I've already mentioned before, and that's basically the information, some of the information that I can get. And another one that I can gather as well is here. Okay, the SiriusXM's, the radio satellite communications, this one built by Lanteris Space System, if I remember correctly, or formerly known as the Maxar Space System, and also formerly known as the Space System Laurel. Yeah, before finally being handled by the Lanteris Space System. This one, they are using the proven IM-1300. This one is the expanded satellite bus design. Okay, for the total mass here, from what I can gather, it's actually between 6,400 to 7,000, and sometimes I even heard something like 7,500 kilograms, something like that. But I assume 7,500 kilograms could be fully loaded with the propellant mass itself, for the station keeping, and also for the circularization orbit. So, or around 14,109.6 to around 15,432.38, or around could be another additional 16,000 plus pounds if you're using the imperial system. Okay, and then okay, as you can also see from this one here, if you see the antenna there, how do I say, the reflector antenna there. Did you see on the on the thumbnail here, which I'm showing you here, if you see something like yellowish color, that orange color on that satellite itself, that one is actually the antenna reflector there. That one, when it unfurls, it can be unfurled pretty wide, around 10 meters, or around 30, yeah, or basically around, how do I say, hmm let me see, because I tried to calculate, around 30 plus feet. Oh yeah. So Starship, what's up? For IR set, I'm teaming up with a university. Oh, hello, Starship. Looks like pretty interesting. You you really you really come back here eventually. Oh, teaming up with a university. I wonder which university is it? That's pretty interesting. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I'm I really want to know about this. Hmm. Maybe if you can tell me and everyone here without breaking your NDA here, feel free to tell us here. We are basically how do I say, one of the first people that knows about this mission before mostly everyone got to know here. IR said it's going to fly on Firefly Alpha. Oh, it's going to fly on Firefly Alpha. Okay, just for your information, that one is the Firefly Alpha, if I remember, Block 2. Yeah, because the Block 1, it's already fully in use, so Block 2, it will be somewhat stretched on the first stage and the second stage, but otherwise, that's going to be the Firefly Alpha that we all know and kinda love it. Also want to team up, want to team up on what is it? Okay. Hello, Starship. Great to see ya. Okay, great to see you here. Okay. So, right. Okay, I'm just being very curious about that one, but maybe I can continue just a little bit. Yeah. So usually that antenna reflector, it can actually expand it up to 10 meters or around 32.8 feet if you are still using Imperial system. Okay. And that one, the signal, it will cover around the continental US, Canada, Puerto Rico, and also the Caribbean, around the Caribbean island continent itself as well, which will be delivered around 8,000 watts or 8 kilowatts of power there. And yeah, for the mission, apparently it should be up until almost 35 minutes, and with the deployment and separation of SXM-11 satellite. Oh, yeah, that's very good. I've already done my best. Okay, info is available, but it's private. The website made it private, so I'll see what I can do. Yeah. So yeah, Starship. Whatever you can do, you can actually you just do whatever you want. But yeah, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, sometimes it's a bit tricky to say what is it, right? Because it's on their side, but if they want to publish it, well, you can try, because I would like to cover about it someday. So 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 basically, that's the best I can say. I don't know, but anyhow, yeah, because I'm very interested, I'm very curious about all of this one. So I don't know which flight of the Firefly Alpha which will be, but I'm waiting. I hope I can stream that live and on that day. Yeah, just let's hope and pray I will even be able to cover that stuff, because I really want to do that for a long of time with the Firefly Alpha rocket, rocket, that stuff on the Block 1 side, but I didn't have much of that chance before. So maybe your and your team's satellite might be the chance that I can do that. So, and also hope for the best as well. The Firefly Alpha Block 2, which will be very successful as well. So, yeah. And yeah, just to continue a bit. Oh, I team up with the University Cincinnati CubeSat, which launched Leopard 1. Oh, cats. Okay, cubes. Okay, University Cincinnati CubeSats. Oh, cats. Okay, which launched Leopard 1. Okay, that's very interesting. So very sorry everyone, but I think I would diverge just a little bit if you're very interested. Yeah, let me see. What? Oh, Leopard Set 1? I believe so. Is it? Is it? Oh, I think this could be it. I've already I've already got the information here. Maybe I can show you. Okay, is this a CubeSat project that university that 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 you actually partner up with in the first place? Is this it? Leopard Set 1? Yes. Yeah, so for your information, I do obtain this link, but yeah, so if you really want to, you can actually check that one. Yes, but no. Hmm, okay. Okay, I'm a bit confused. Hmm, hmm, but no. You got the info, but I didn't partner at that time. Oh, I understand. I understand what you're talking about. Okay, so so basically, like you are not involved on this project. You're not teaming up or and even involved on this project before, but from what I can gather, Leopard set actually stands for Low Earth Orbit Platform for Aerospace Research and Development Satellite. Oh, this one, the background, radiation from cosmic rays and solar energetic particles. Aha. So I understood why you guys actually partnered up in with the University of Cincinnati. Oh, so it turns out because they have this kind of experience, and this is pretty real. This is actually a pretty relatable mission to the IR set. In case for your information, okay, for your information, audience, everybody here, IR set actually stands for Imager Radiation Satellite. So on in that mission, from what Starship actually told me on the live chat, even previously, if I remember, while on the mission on the Avian 6, if I remember correctly, yeah, or I don't know, or another one, because oh my goodness, it's been a little bit wild. Yeah. Also, Long March 10B official launch that on next flight. Yeah, next space flight. If I remember, it's depending on the region, but on my region, because our time zone is not basically match the time zone in China, to China. So basically it's going to be around 10 July 10 July 2026 on Friday, but in your place it will have been 9 June 2026 on Thursday. And I can say highly likely I can stream around that time, because yeah, because by that point I might already be ready. Might be, but just to be safe, what why I said might be, because I'm not 100% sure, but is what it is. Yeah, it actually depends on lots of things. I'm trying out if I can go back as soon as possible. If I can go back around, yeah, before that stream date, I will do. I'm trying my best, because unfortunately, my home life literally sucks anyways. So so the only best thing that I can do is, well, stream while I'm still around here on my hostel. That's the only best way. So yeah. Oh, Starship. Also, I'm Asian. Nice to have an Asian streamer for Rocket. So yeah, yeah. So hello, fellow Asian. I'm I'm very I'm actually very curious. Which Asian is it? But anyhow, I'm not going to pry on more on your detail. It's not 100% too important, isn't it? So, but it is what it is. Oh, okay. But anyhow, that's very interesting. Okay, okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so if you're very interested, everybody, which one of these satellites that University of Cincinnati actually work, it will be something like this one. Okay, I don't know if it's even going past by the filtering, but let's try. And also, everybody, if you cannot look in the on the chat, you didn't see the Starship name. Okay, just go on the live chat, because I don't know, for whatever reason, YouTube literally didn't even put literally didn't actually put in on the top chat. So so I don't know. I don't know, Starship. YouTube is weird at this point, but yeah. Well, IRSat has 10 missions that have been planned. Ooh, so so I so if you say that IRSat has 10 missions that have been planned, could have been it's something, a constellation satellite part of it. Hmm, I'm talking about how quite similar such mission we've been. From where did I hear so far? Hmm, wink wink. ESA's cluster satellite. I don't know. Yeah, for whatever reason, I actually like that satellite design as well by ESA back then. Yeah, and also for your information, cluster satellite is actually the original satellite that actually supposedly debuted on the Ariane 501, but the history has already shown us that the launch is a failure because, well, the software is actually has one significant integer overflow bug error there. Basically, it tries to convert that 32 bits into the 8 bits or 16 bits part, and then literally the computer literally just freak out on the main computer part, and then just said no, that's way too fast. And then it says like, are you sure? Let's ask this backup computer, and then backup computer with that same software flow limitation stuff as well, also literally says like, no, that's also an error, turn hard now, turn hard. And then basically that's how the mission of the Ariane 501 ended. It ended in failure around 37 seconds into the flight. The RSO, the range safety officers, literally just self-destruct that Ariane 5 rocket, and then the missions ended in a very costly manner. But otherwise, the cluster missions, despite the loss at the time, they unfortunately were able to build it back again. Okay, and they are able to build it again around, if I remember, around after the flight, and then they launched it on board the Soyuz U, if I remember correctly, Soyuz U or the Soyuz Frigate. Okay, Soyuz FG. They launched it in the year of 2000, and then that's where the mission still was ongoing up until around last year, if I remember correctly. Last year, where they actually deorbit all of the cluster satellites, and then that's the mission ending. So you can say it's a pretty long life mission, for one thing's for sure. And yeah, oh, okay. So in case you're very interested, yeah, so that's it. But I'm not going to be that long. We will see just a little bit here. Okay, so for this, yeah, so for this one, the forecast for the weather forecast mission for today, this one is issued by the USSF, the United States Space Force. Okay, the forecast on that day is actually pretty good. On the launch day, which will be today, it's actually 90% go, with only primary concern around cumulus cloud rule and also anvil cloud rules. That's the only things that need to be concerned of, but otherwise it should be able to go. With the temperature slash humidity, it uses metric system here. Okay, 80, let me see, 80 Fahrenheit to Celsius. Oh, did I actually screw it up? Oh, okay. So 80 Fahrenheit, or around 26.67 degrees Celsius. Yeah, nothing to do with that 6-7 memes. Don't worry, I'm not going to spam that meme. There's nothing to do with, yeah, with the humidity of 85%. Wow, it's actually pretty humid. You might as well just buy a dehumidifier in that case. And the liftoff winds, which will be around 200,000, yeah, something like that. I believe this actually shows 20,000 feet, something like that. 160 degrees of, let's just say we take miles per hour to kilometers, it would have been something around 20 to, yeah, it would have been something around 20 plus 10 to 15 miles per hour, or around 20 plus to 24.14 or 15 kilometers per hour of liftoff winds. Okay, and the cumulus, okay, the coverage is actually otherwise pretty scattered. The feet is around 3,000 feet, the base, or around almost 1 kilometers, and the top 14,000, which will be around 3 to 4 kilometers. Okay, and the zero stratus also scattered 22,000 feet of the base, which will have been corresponding around 6 to 7 kilometers, or around, and the tops itself 26,000 feet, around, yeah, something around 8 kilometers, yeah, something like that. And otherwise, booster recovery weather is also the risk criteria actually pretty low. Solar activity also low, yeah. And we've already topped up since the solar activity already top out since, like, how many is it, like almost a year at this point. So the solar activity risk is actually pretty low. There's still some risk, but fortunately not that big. And this is how the satellites looks like on the stalled configuration, aka where it's actually which basically just fall off this satellite together. This is how it looks like, and encapsulated it. And if you even see on the internal part of the payload fairing there, okay, that one is actually all of the mechanical and acoustic dampeners actually lives on, so it's not going to destroy the rocket and also the satellite. And also it's also, the payload fairing also works as the protection for the rocket itself, so it's not going to destroy the satellite inside it. So it's pretty important. And each fairing, half of it, if I remember, it's actually quite expensive. It's around, from, if I remember correctly, it's around 40 US dollar each, or 15, something like that. Yeah, but I don't know, I might actually overestimate it, but it's around that price for each set of it, for each half fairing of it. So that's why SpaceX also need to recover this one as well. And this is the hazard zone, in case you want to know the launch path. Okay, initially on the green box side, I believe this is the initial launch part there, and then the orange box area, this is where a shortfall of gravitas actually will recover the first stage booster. In this case, it will be B1085, okay, which would have been the 17th flight for this mission, or 27, something like that. Yeah, 17 should be it. Okay, 17. So I was correct there. And then the missions will still ongoing. Okay, and then deployment should, yeah, and it's going to pass by. And then this is the point, just a little bit off course of the Central America, Central America's region. This is where it will be, where the second stage will be fully, how do I say, will be fully dropped back, which, or basically around which will be destructively re-enters back to the ocean. And then that's where also the coral fishes will finally able to live on with the booster itself. So hopefully always it is safe. And this is the, okay, this one is the, how do I say, okay, this is the mission book, something like that. Yeah, okay, which where the mission will be going. This will be launched from the Cape Canaveral Spaceport Station, okay, from the Space Launch Complex 40, also known as the Stick 40. Yeah, so I was correct. The first stage booster, this one is the 70th flight, okay, and this is all of the mission. But otherwise, I think I'll let the video explain way better than this one. You've been bored. You will be bored watching all of this one. And then SiriusXM, they commissioned the build for these two new satellites back in 2022. So yeah, SXM-11 and SXM-12. Yeah, a bit tricky. Yeah, back they announced it back on 29 November 2022, or around 30 November 2022, depending on which region where this article was released. But that's basically it. This is just a little bit PR information. Otherwise, that's it. And another one as well. Okay, this one, if you need some kind of reference as well, what this mission will be. Okay, this one is previously one for the SXM-7, okay, launched back in 2020. And another one, yeah, oh, okay, I think I got the idea why they said 7.5 ton. I believe this one is another kind of tons something, if I remember, imperial ton, something like that. Yeah, so we or the long tons, I believe. Yeah, because otherwise we are using the metric tons. Yeah. Okay. Okay, but otherwise, that's basically it. In case you want to know, this one is the IM-1300. This one is also the formal name, and also back when the, how do I say, the Lanteris Space badge still is. Nowadays, he made the badge with subscription, because otherwise it will be very, very tricky to do kind of live. So this is it. Yeah, this is how it looks like. For your information, if you're very interested, you can visit this yourself. I think I would like to update it. I would like to put this on the description later on. But otherwise, there will be need. And this is the basic of the rocket engine plumbing. In case you want to know, the Falcon 9, especially the Merlin rocket engines. Okay, it doesn't matter sea level or the vacuum Merlin engine. It's actually operated using the gas generator cycle you see on the second part there. Okay, on the left center there, second part there is the how the operation works. But for your information, in the nutshell, the fuel and oxidizer, small portion of it were burned in the pre-burner chamber there, which will be flowing into the turbine. Just to move that turbine around, it should be around 20,000 or 30,000 plus RPM, rotation per second, rotation per minute, where it's going to fully move all of the fuel and oxidizer, fully move it into the combustion chamber. And some of it, especially, let's just say the oxidizer part or fuel part, depending on which propellant you really want to use for cooling it part, some of it also be used for the heat exchanger, where it's actually moving inside the cooling wall jacket there, just to make sure the rocket engines did not melt under operations. and then where it's moved, and some of it turns into gases, which also move back inside the combustion chamber. It burns, and then with the low velocity but very high at how do I say high pressure there, it's moving out and then going to the throat chamber, going to the throat, where it's basically the velocity and also the pressure is kinda equal there, and then it's moving out to the nozzle there, okay, where it's moving out with the low pressure but very high exhaust flame velocity there. So basically that's how the operation looks like in the nutshell. And the pre-burner, some of it also will be exhausted out to the small exhaust pipe where it's no longer be used. But technically, if you really want one of the best kind of efficiency engines, something like that, you can also use the staged combustion cycle, but it's way more complicated. So usually they prefer using the gas generator cycles this day and age. Oh yeah, and Starship, you said there, gotta go to sleep. Check your comments tomorrow. I'll send the wiki about the IR set. See you. Yeah, so see you too, Starship, and take care. Good night. And anyhow, that's basically it. And this is the operation, how the gas generator cycle operates on. Okay, courtesy to the everyday astronaut. Okay, you see on the most left cycle there, that's actually how the operation looks like. But yeah, that's basically it. We are not going to be that long. We have to go live right now. Less than 1 minute. Okay.
Launch director,
okay.
Go for launch.
Okay, launch director, go for launch.
Go for launch. So let's sit back and watch as Falcon 9 prepares for liftoff. At T-minus 35 seconds, all systems are go.
Okay.
T-minus 30 seconds.
T-minus 30 seconds. Get ready. T-minus 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All 9 Merlin 1D sea-level rocket engines has already ignited and liftoff.
Go Falcon, go SiriusXM-11.
We have liftoff of the Falcon 9 Block 5 rocket carrying the SiriusXM's SXM-11. Okay, and all of it were nominal. Flight path is nominal, and also the rocket engine operations is also nominal, and should be the combustion chamber also nominal. And looks like we are looking on the onboard rocket camera. This one is the almost real time, and yeah, we have the optical camera tracking. Okay, power and telemetry is nominal, and by now it's already going into the Mach 0.5. Okay, by that point,
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Okay, Falcon 9 is supersonic. Okay, the Merlin 1D engine has already throttled down to 60% or 40%, depending on the configuration, and by now should have been going to the max Q.
Max Q.
Okay, max Q, maximum aerodynamic pressure, fully exerted on the rockets. Okay, you can see there's something like, yeah, something like the sonic boom line there on the exhaust line. That one is actually how the operation looks like. Okay, and as you can see on the fairing and also the rocket itself. Okay, the vacuum Merlin has already started cooling down in preparation for the ignition on the second stage after the stage separation. And as you can see, because how do I say? I forgot to mention that this rocket unit, it does not need to have any kind of, how do I say?
The MVAC engine on the second stage.
It doesn't need any kinds of
engine start 1 or SES1.
Much of the introduction, but in case you want to know, this rocket is actually Carolox propellant. Yeah, actually powered by the Carolox propellant, which the liquid oxygen is the oxidizer, and the super refined kerosene, the
You should hear
rocket
the first
propellant
of these
one, or
callouts, Miko,
refined
in just a few
petroleum
seconds.
one as the fuel itself. And because of that, because RP1 is kerosene and it's also the complex hydrocarbon, only consists carbon and hydrogen
Main engine cutoff.
complex chain part. That's why you see
Main
the
separation
orange
confirmed.
orange reddish color there when it ignites. And already Miko,
Impact
my engine
startup.
cut off on the first stage,
And confirmation of
stage
all three
separation,
events
and
happening
now
back-to-back there.
ignition of
Main
the
engine
vacuum
cutoff, stage separation, and second
rocket
engine start
engine
one. Coming up
for
next
this
will be fairy
Merlin
separation.
on this vacuum Merlin second stage there.
Again, we jettison
You
the
can
payload fairing
see,
halves now that they're
and
no
as
longer needed in the
the
vacuum of space, and we
and
will be attempting to retrieve them once they fall back to Earth.
yeah,
Both halves of the fairing will take off
actually what I
flight-proof,
want to say
with one half flying for its
about it.
30th and the other for its
Okay,
6th.
so payload fairing will almost be no more needed here, as it's already going to the thickest spot there, and 100 kilometers of the altitude. Okay, which the payload fairing separation should be occurred soon. 506. Okay,
Vehicles are on nominal trajectories.
okay, here we go.
Separation confirmed.
Payload fairing separation is already confirmed, and
there you
now,
have
for
confirmation
the
of
first
fairing
time,
separation, along with a great view of these
SXM-11
two halves
satellite
separating from the
are
main
now
core.
fully exposed to
As a
the
reminder,
space
those
environment.
fairing will make their way back to
Okay,
Earth
so
in
that's
recovery.
actually pretty
The
good.
next major
So the
milestone
pellet fairing has already
is
done
the
its
entry
job,
burn on our Falcon
and
9
that
first
also
stage,
will be
which is
recovered, but
scheduled to
we will
occur
not
at the
see
6
on
minute
this live.
9-second mark.
But otherwise,
This
it's
entry burn
still
is used to slow down the first stage
visibility
as we
are
head
in
towards our
for
drone
the
ship, a
first
shortfall
stage and
drone
the
in the
pellet
Atlantic
fairing,
Ocean.
just in case you want to know it. Okay,
Without the
and
entry burn, we'd only be using atmospheric drag to slow down Falcon 9
okay,
as it re-enters
the
the
first
atmosphere,
stage are
to
still
add extra stress to the
going
vehicle.
up, but
Following the
otherwise,
entry burn, the booster will initiate the
almost
landing
reaching
burn,
to the
slowing itself for a
peak
precise touchdown
apogee.
on our drone
Okay,
ship.
the highest point of the
While in
altitude
the
where
vacuum of
the
space,
first stage
Falcon
can
9
be
uses cold
going.
nitrogen gas thrusters
And
for
when the
empty vehicle.
velocity, the speed's going up back again, that's the sign it's already okay. It's already reaches that
Once Falcon 9
apogee
enters the
part,
atmosphere,
117
the
kilometers
4
of the
hypersonic grid
first
ships
stage.
positioned near the top of the
Velocity
first
is
stage
already
will
going
help
up
it steer
again,
as it returns to Earth.
and the
Enabled by Falcon
return
9's
back to Earth is
reusability, the booster
currently
supporting this
ongoing on the
mission
first
is
stage
flying for its
booster.
17th time, having previously
Okay,
supported
and
NASA's
as you
Crew
can
9
see,
mission to the International Space Station,
as it's
RRT-1,
going
Firefly Blue Ghost Mission 1,
to the
FOX,
space, the
SXM-10,
atmosphere,
MTGS-1,
our Earth's
EchoStar
atmospheric,
25, and
it's
9
getting
Starlink
thinner
missions.
and thinner, and as it also getting thinner as well, the pressure is no longer able to confine
If you're
pretty
just
well
joining
on
us, we had an on-time
no
liftoff
long
today at
no longer can
10:25
give
p.m.
enough
Eastern
pressure
Time
surrounding
from
the
Cape Canaveral Space Force Station,
rocket flame
spacecraft
there.
build Flight 40.
So because of that, the
And
rocket
coming up in
exhaust flame,
just
it will
under a minute,
expand
we will
and
be
expands
having
infinitely
the entry
up
burn
up until
for
uh,
the
up
Falcon
until
9 first stage.
to the extent where the rocket flames will be going. So that's why it's pretty important to have this vacuum. It's important to use this vacuum engine there. Okay,
Beautiful views
especially
on the
the
screen right now
expanded,
of the MVAC
wider
engine
and
on our
larger
second stage
rocket
as it
nozzle
propels
there
our payload,
to
SXM-11, into
ensure
orbit.
that it can actually delivers how it can actually recoup some of that thrust efficiency and effectiveness. Otherwise, it's going to go fall short into the orbit due to the less performance a- as a reason of as the as the result of that mission. And otherwise, we'll hear a call out for the entry burn on the first stage. Get ready in.
Stage 1 engine burn startup.
Okay, stage one
Here's the
entry
call
burn
out
has
for
already
entry burn
stopped.
startup on the Falcon 9.
Has already
For the
start.
Falcon 9
Okay,
first stage,
first
this
set, and
burn will
then
last
followed by
almost
the
30
three out
seconds,
of nine
slowing down
sets
the
of the
vehicle in
Merlin One,
preparation
the
for its
engine.
final burn and landing. You
Okay,
should
and
see the
get ready
graphics
in.
on the bottom left of the screen lighting up.
Okay, this one is just enough to slow down the first stage booster, so it's not going to have full blown impact of the
Stage 1
entry.
engine burn shutdown.
Okay, stage
And
one
that
entry
concludes
burn has already shut
concluding the
down,
booster's entry burn.
but even then,
As I
it's still
mentioned earlier,
going
we will be
around the
attempting to retrieve this booster with our drone
hypersonic
ship,
or
a shortfall of
around
gravitas, currently stationed
almost
in the
supersonic
Atlantic Ocean.
on the first
Next
stage.
milestone, coming up in just over a minute, will be
Okay,
second engine
get ready
cutoff,
in
or SECO-1,
for
indicating
the.
shutdown of the MVAC engine on the second stage. That'll be
Okay,
followed quickly by the landing burn on the first stage booster. When that begins, you can follow along with the burn
okay.
via the engine
So we are
graphics
getting
at the
ready in
bottom
for the
of your
landing
screen.
burn, and then after the landing
As the burn
burn,
happens, you'll see a drastic
we
decrease in the speed and altitude
we will
of the
also
vehicle.
going to see the second stage will be shut down, but otherwise that will have taken just a little bit of time because it need to
Stage
boost
2 is
to
internal
the
guidance.
Coming up after this
geostationary
next
transfer orbit.
STS safe.
Okay, so that's
Coming
why
up
pretty
next
important.
after SECO 1
Stage
and
1 transonic.
Okay, stage 1 is
the landing
transonic.
burn will be the
Okay,
coast phase
it's
before
in
the
the
second stage.
boundary between the Mach 1 and also the subsonic part there. We will see that soon as well. Get ready in.
All right, we should be expecting these callouts coming up in just a
Okay,
few
get ready
seconds.
for
Stay
the
tuned.
landing burn to start around the altitude 3.1 kilometers, if I remember correctly. Okay, here we go. First stage landing burn has already
Landing
started.
burn. Is
Here we
fuel
go.
shutdown?
There's
Okay.
confirmation the shutdown of the
Okay.
MVAC engine and landing
Merlin
burn
vacuum
startup
engine
on
has
Falcon
already
9.
shut down on
And
the
again,
second
this is
stage.
the final
Already
process
done it.
booster will execute leading up to landing.
Okay, let's see on the first stage first before we.
Nominal orbit insertion.
Okay, nominal orbit
Stage
insertion
1
confirmed.
landing leg deployed.
Okay, stage 1 landing leg deployed. Okay, here we go. And shut down on the first
Stage 1
stage.
landing confirmed.
And once again, it
Great
has
news on all
successfully
fronts. We
landed
had
back
the
on the
confirmation of good
a
orbit for our
shortfall
second
of
stage and
Gravitas
landing
autonomous
of our first
drone
stage.
ship. Already
As a reminder,
done the
this
landing
booster flew
part.
for its 17th
And right
time
now,
today.
the initial
Now, while the
orbit
booster has
for
completed
now,
its part of the mission,
before
the second
before it's
stage
going
is
to
continuing its
the
mission to deploy
geostationary
the
transfer orbit.
SXM-11 payload,
So
which is
the
expected in 2
initial
plus 34
velocity right
minutes
now
and
is
34 seconds. Before then, the
26,779
MVAC engine on the
kilometers per
second stage
hour,
will execute
and
a second
altitude
burn,
is
which will be T plus
154
25 minutes and
kilometers.
49
Okay,
seconds. So we're going to
155
take a short
kilometers
break,
and
and we'll be back
counting
for
up.
that next burn in about 15 minutes.
Okay, so already done so far. Already done its operation. Okay, so it's really good. Okay, and also it's just so so it's just so happened that that the stream is actually buffering as well. Fortunately, it did not happen on the launch, but otherwise should be good. Okay, so that's basically all also from me. For now, we are looking at the at the at the rocket and also the engines costing by now. For now, nothing much else happening, but it is what it is. Yeah, so basically it is what it is. We are still waiting, still coasting, and otherwise that's basically it. We will be waiting while it's coasting, doing nothing much else. Okay, and basically that's it. We are going rest for now. So thank you so much. We are taking break. We will be back with the stream soon. Where okay, if you are excuse me, I'm going to show where is the yeah, something like this. Okay, I'm going to show you where is it here. Okay, okay, so we should be back again around the second engine start, SAS2 second engine start, which will commence around 25 minutes and 57 seconds. But otherwise I will be back again around maybe around 24 minutes in. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, 24 minutes in. I will be back again soon for the whole mission there. So yeah. Yeah, we'll be back again. Yeah, I'll be back 12 minutes from now. So see ya. We'll be back soon. So hello everybody, and good good day again. We are back again, almost 25 minutes in before the planned second engine start number one. We'll see that soon, and we will see here. Guess anything else? Okay, I think the ground station might have already tracked it by now. Okay, here we go.
Our live coverage of the SXM-11 mission. It's been a
Yeah.
great launch and overall
So
mission so
getting
far.
ready in for
We
the
have on-time
ignition
liftoff at
for the
10:25
second
p.m.
engine
Eastern
start
Time,
number one,
and
but
recovered
this
the
one
first
will
stage following its
sorry,
17th
second
launch
engine
in
start
Langley.
number two.
The MVAC engine on the second stage
We will see that
ignited a couple
burn
minutes after liftoff, also known
soon.
as second engine start 1 or SES-1. That
That
engine burn
di-
lasted about 6 minutes, propelling the second stage and payload to orbit.
yeah,
Coming up next, the Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage will execute a second burn to propel the vehicle to its target injection orbit.
yeah. This one
Should
costing
be
just
expected in
a bit
just
while.
a few seconds.
Okay, not
This next
igniting
burn
any kind
will
of
last
engines.
53 seconds.
Okay, 53 seconds, almost 1 minute. We will see that operations to begin. Okay, and that now pressurizing just a little bit, but we will see the operation will begin just a few seconds from now. Get ready. Okay, getting ready.
MVAC startup.
Okay, Merlin vacuum
And
engine
there's
already
confirmation
start.
of second engine start 2. This MVAC burn will
This
last
one,
53 seconds.
this one will raise the
For this
orbit
mission, we are
to
delivering
around
SXM-11 to orbit,
37.
the most
Yeah,
powerful,
to
high-powered satellite
to
to
around
join SiriusXM's fleet. The extra
37,786
power provided by SXM-11 will improve signal
or
reception, expand Alaska coverage,
37,586
and increase
kilometers
reliable
of
delivery of
the altitude.
SiriusXM's audio
We will see.
entertainment and information services to consumers in the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean.
Okay, we are still in. You can see the velocity are increasing, 32,000 kilometers per hour and counting up. Altitude is also counting up, 204 kilometers. G-force, so far the highest peak is 4.7
MVAC shutdown.
G. Okay, and
There's confirmation of
and
MVAC
the
shutdown.
Merlin vacuum
Second
engine has already shut
covered
down,
too.
and the velocity right now is 33,856.55 kilometers per hour. A little bit counting down, but otherwise altitude is rising, 210
Nominal
kilometers.
orbit insertion.
Okay, 211,
And
212
there's that
kilometers
confirmation of
up.
good orbit.
Okay,
With that, our next and
so
most important milestone,
nominal
payload deployment,
orbit
is just coming up at
injection.
about T plus 34.5 minutes. So we'll take another short break and see you back here in about 6 minutes.
Okay, so around 34 minutes in, but otherwise this one will be a little bit off break, but not a big problem. We will just keep it coasting by. So I'm still going to be here, but otherwise we are resting just a little bit, so I have time to kind of commentary here. So thank you so much. We'll be back soon.
us, we are nearing the end of our mission today, delivering
Okay,
SXM-11
so
the most
yeah,
powerful, high-powered satellite to join
he
SiriusXM's fleet.
just like
SpaceX previously
SpaceX
launched a number
commentator
of
said
satellites
here,
for
we
SiriusXM,
are back
most
finally,
recently
and we are
SXM-10
getting ready in
in
for
June of last
the
year. Before the break, the Merlin vacuum
11
engine on
to be
Falcon
deployed.
9's second
This
stage
one is the
performed a
radio
second burn to get the
satellite,
vehicle into its
in
proper
case you want
injection
to
orbit.
know.
That burn
Radio
lasted just
broadcasting
53
satellite,
seconds
just in case you want
before
to
the
know.
second coast
So
phase.
yeah,
We
we'll
have
see.
payload deployment coming up
We'll
here
see that soon.
at T plus 34 minutes and 34 seconds, just under a minute away. The SXM-11 satellite will enhance connectivity by carrying an additional communications payload capable of delivering expanded WCS band wireless coverage to public safety users across the continental United States.
So that's basically it. But otherwise, you can see the altitude is almost 800 kilometers and the velocity is
And here you can see a beautiful
31,900
view
kilometers per
of the
hour.
SXM-11
And
satellite,
we are getting
with
ready
the
in for
deployment
the
in just under
deployment.
30 seconds.
Okay, under 30 seconds of the deployment. And we will see that soon. This will be reflected in. Okay, we'll see. 3, 2, 1. Should we deploy?
SXM-11
Yeah,
status
so
deploy confirmed.
SXM-11 satellite
Here's
has
a
already
live
fully
view of
deployed
SXM-11
to the
separating from Falcon 9's second
geostationary
stage.
transfer orbit right now. Okay, so by now the target orbit should have already gone around 37,586 kilometers up on the peak apogee, with the lowest with the perigee, the lowest point of the altitude should be around 183 or 200 kilometers apart. But that's basically it. You can see there. You can see the satellites looks like. All right, that's really interesting. Interesting to look at. So the mission has already concluded. Almost
And
35
that'll bring us
minutes,
to the end of
and
our
that's
live mission
basically it.
coverage. We'd
We've
like to
already
thank
ended
SiriusXM for once again
here,
entrusting
this
us with
stream
their
here.
satellite today. We'd also like to thank the FAA and the Eastern Range for their
And as
support
you
in
can see,
today's
the
mission.
altitude is still
Be sure to
rising
check
up and up.
SpaceX.com/launches
Already
for the most
above
up-to-date
1,000
information on
kilometers
upcoming
up.
launches, and follow us at
And that
SpaceX on
basically that's
X.
it.
See you next time.
Yeah, nice. So nice. We already have it. And here you can see the SXM-11 still drifting up there. We will still going to continue the coverage until it's already out there and no longer be seen visibly there. And here we go. The transponder. Yeah, the antenna reflector as well there. And it's already out from the view. And basically that's it. We've already ended the stream here. And thank you so much everybody for watching in. I really do appreciate your support here, even though there's not many people watching here, but otherwise it's actually pretty good. And yeah, and looks like we will have the launch here as well. This one will be for tomorrow. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Don't. Sorry. Okay. So, which will be tomorrow? There will be two or three things here, but this one I'm not for the South Korea ADD solid fuel SLV. Nowadays, now it has its own formal name. If I remember, it's called Mir, something like that. Yeah, that one actually stands for dragon in Korean, in case you want to know. So it has its official name, but otherwise we are not 100% sure if it's going to have any kind of life. But doubt it. I really doubt there's even going to be life there, because well, they didn't fully pinpoint where the launch will happen, but otherwise is what it is. And there's two things that I think we can fully go live. The first one, which will be the Electron rocket launchers. They will be carrying the QPS SAR 13 for the Mikora 1 mission. The mission called the Grand Goddess provides. So I will also going to update this as well. 100 kilograms of the satellites. You can say, yeah, for the IQPS, And the second one mission is for the Swift Boost mission, aka the Link spacecraft. This one will be launched on board the Pegasus XL rocket. Okay, this one is a kinda once in a life opportunity to even see this rocket flying around. Yeah, flying around, and from what I can gather, Pegasus XL basically has no basically has no kinds of expiration date, or basically no more flying kind of date. They will still going to build this if there's demand. As long there is demand, even just one, they are going to build it and launch it on and then make it launch. So hope for the best as well for this Pegasus XL. This one which will be launched on board the L1011 plane there. This one is the last certified airworthiness aircraft, so it's going to be very interesting. This will be launching around the Marshall Islands, specifically around the Ronald Reagan Ballistic Missile Defense Test Site. So we are going to see that soon as well. And basically that's it. After that, I will be mostly not going to live stream anything else up until possibly Long March 10B. We'll see if if I can manage to actually go back soon before the stream. I'm going to try my best. Yeah, because otherwise it will be suck not to be able to fully live stream that stuff. Also pretty interesting, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much everybody for watching this stream, and yeah, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate your support, any kind of support. Yeah, anything else, be it like, be it subscribe, be it share, maybe even comment, interacting through the live chat, hype button, whatever is it. You know the drill. I'm not going to force you that much. You know the deal. It's your choice. But otherwise, thank you so much everybody for watching. I'm Dennis Suguwa, your host today for the SpaceX's Falcon 9 Block 5 rocket launch, carrying the SiriusXM's SXM-11 radio communication satellite. So we have already done with this stream, and the mission's already done successfully. So thank you so much everybody for watching. I'll be seeing you around for tomorrow launches. That one, there's going to be 2 launches that I believe I can stream. The another one is indefinite. We don't even know precisely where it's going to be launched. So, well, is what it is. We will hear that news sooner or later. I will give you, if there's going to be any kind of launches of the Milu or Miru. Milu or Miru rocket, the SRB, the only fully solid fuel rocket for the South Korea. If there's anything else, I will try to provide the update through the stream of the Swift Boost mission. I will try to give my update there if there's any. But otherwise, thank you so much everybody for watching, and take care, stay safe, and goodbye. We will see you soon. And yeah, tomorrow, you can say that tomorrow will be my last definite stream before I'm going to go for a break here. So yeah, going to rest a bit. So thank you so much everybody for watching, and take care, stay safe, bye bye. And we're already finishing. So thank you so much everybody for watching. And yes, I can't even find any kinds of official mission patch, so I'm using the Gyeon Lucas live patch there. So they should be good. Thank you so much everybody for watching, and stay safe, bye bye, take care.